How's it going, Critter Family? Hope you all are doing well. I have an Allie in my lap right here. She's messing with the microphone, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Today we're going over a video by Tara, or Frisian Horse Apollo and his girl. This is Bella when she first got her. I think this is the first day she got her. She looks very sickly, very under-muscled, very underweight, not very well conditioned, not in the best condition. So that's, I guess, more of a more telling of her previous home than her current home. But this is going to be a before and after picture, and we're just catching up with Bella. The title of this video says part 1 of 3 on this week. Catch up. How is Bella doing on her schooling 5 months on? So this is her before. Gonna mute the music, and this is her now, and look at how beautiful she is. I mean, she was already a beautiful horse, but she's a gorgeous girl now. Allie. But she looks very well muscled now. Very, very nice. Very good condition. Very nice shiny coat, which shows a good healthy horse. So a lot of people suggest that they think that Bella might have gone away for training. She may very well have. If she did, then good for Tara. Hopefully Tara got some training as well for herself. Just because if you know your limits and you're able to admit that you are, you don't know what you're doing on certain things, it's good to be able to, use somebody who's more knowledgeable than you and be able to use them to help you for the better. So we're just looking at good old Bella here. More pictures of Bella, and then it's going to show Bella moving around in the menage with Tara, and they look so much better than they did before. So she's going to do a lot of back and forth showing you. So here they are just walking about. She doesn't have quite the death grip on there that she used to have. She still has a bit. Of course, I'm not a fan of bits, but they look like a much better team together. Bella just looks so much healthier and so much more well muscled. She still has short reins. I like to have a little bit longer reins on a horse. Unless you're in a tight quarters, then you need to have a little bit of contact. A little bit. There's difference between, always having short reins or having contact when you need it, and you can, use tight maneuvers. I just don't like having these short reins like this. But this is just me. She's moving on nicely. They are just walking here. Of course, Allie mutes the mic again. They're just walking around, but they look like a much better team together. Bella might be snorting a little bit out of frustration. I mean, of course, no horse. She still chews on the bit a little bit. Again, still short, tight reins, but not death grip. Not this tight, super tightness that Bella or that Tara used to have. Tara seems a lot more comfortable on Bella now. She's got that her hands within that little box. We always, call it like a 10-inch box or 12-inch box that you keep your hands in, so you have soft, quiet hands. Her hands, aren't flapping all around all over the place. It doesn't look like she has a death grip. She's got the ice cream cone type handling of the reins. They're just walking around, and this is compared to this, where she has tight, constant reins. Constant tight reins. Bella is foaming up in the mouth. Very tight bit, very high in the mouth. Ears back, flared nostrils, head high. A very young, weaker, smaller Bella. And I feel like Tara at this age for Bella is too big for this size of horse. For this age of horse, for this particular age of horse. I'm a firm believer that, you should wait, like science proves that you should wait until, or a horse's back doesn't fuse until they're, I think, 7 years old. So you really shouldn't be doing a lot of heavy riding or a lot of heavy training until their back is fused. I'm a firm believer of that. A lot of people like to disagree, and that's okay. You can disagree. I'm not saying that I'm right and you're wrong. That's just what I believe. I believe in science. And science shows that they don't really fuse their back until they're about, between 6 and 7 years old. So you shouldn't be putting a lot of weight or incorrect muscling on a growing body. And this horse here is still growing. Bella is still very young. So I don't like people who have already started heavily riding or competed with a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old horse. I think that's way too early to start that horse on that kind of training and riding. Now, of course, short little bits of riding, that's okay. I'm okay with that. But again, who cares what I think? But I think, if you are asking my opinion, then I think that's a bit early to do heavy type of heavy work or heavy riding for a young horse. That's just me. Again, tight reins, tight bit, horse foaming up. A lot of people will also say that, oh no, the horse foaming up, that's lubrication for the bit. It's unnatural. The mouth is foaming up because it's in pain, because the bit is not supposed to go in there, whether it's a leather bit, a rubber bit, a metal bit, it doesn't matter. You have something inside an animal's mouth in order to control them. That's the easiest way to control them, other than like having a prong collar on a dog, around their neck, around their sensitive neck area. None of it is natural, as much as people want to say it's natural. Animals don't have a natural reaction to something foreign around their body or in their mouth. Tight reins. Lots of confusion. Bella is backing up in frustration. Ears are pinned. She says, "What do you want from me? Stop putting pressure on my mouth. Ouch, ouch, it hurts." And then she finally moves forward and she still gets no release of pressure. So it looks like Tara here is holding on for dear life with the reins versus where she looks like stomping in frustration, versus now it looks like she has a better seat. She looks a lot more relaxed. And so does Bella. She's not holding on for dear life. She's got a little bit of wiggle room with those reins. They're just walking around. I wish she would let Bella have her mane back. I'm a big fan of not cutting off a horse's mane. I mean, unless they're working horses, and even then, I still think they need that rein to, or not rein. Did I say rein? I meant mane. Cutting off her mane, because they use that to shoo away flies and sun protection and all that. It's there for a reason. It's natural. But I mean, hey, that's just me. You could say that's me nitpicking. But I mean, in the winter, there's not going to be so many flies, but still, I still think she looks good with her mane. I like to keep horses as natural as possible. So we're just going over, now there's this compared to here she is here versus where she was. High head, pulling on that bit, very tight, very much fighting each other. Green on green makes black and blue is a saying, an old time saying, that, you have a green rider on a green horse and you're just going to get into a fight with each other and you're going to get each other hurt. So it looks like, there's a big difference. I hope Tara did take Bella to training. It looks like she's really filled out very, very nicely. And Tara looks a lot more comfortable and relaxed, which is good. So, because I want the best for both of them. I don't want anything to happen to anybody. As much as I, rip on Tara and stuff like that. I'm just being blunt, and I'm trying to speak up for the animal that we're working with here. In this case, I'm trying to speak up for the horse, just like I try to speak up for the dog or parrot or whatever it is, or ferret or whatever it is that we're looking at. So nice little video. Bella looks unrecognizable almost, very much so. So that does it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Tara sent Bella away for some training? Do you think Tara got some training herself? Ellie, thank you. Let me know what you think of the video. Go say howdy do to your little critters. Say howdy do for me. Give them some kind of love and they appreciate. Until next time, practice peace, patience, and positivity.